how's it going? So Drive Tribe published my latest article on there, which you can actually see on the screen there behind me. So go on to Drive Tribe and see it there, or I'll put the link where, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put it down there. Or if you go into browncarguy.com, I'll put there's a link on there already actually. And the article is actually, I don't know if you can make it out, but why the 2035 petrol, diesel, and hybrid car sales ban will come into effect in the UK in 2035 instead of 2040, and then now they're even talking about 2032. This is the latest since even I wrote that, and why that is wrong. Now, it sparked off a lot of discussion, so please go there, check it out, read it, and then engage in the discussion in the comments. There's quite a lot of discussion going on. Some of it is saying, yeah, best article on the subject, your points are totally right, I agree with them, and some articles saying you're talking a load of nonsense. I like one person described it as a big glob of misinformation. I like that description. He was completely wrong, by the way, but I like that description. So that was quite clever. I like that. He's wrong because, in fact, in most of the information that I present in the article, if you actually look at it carefully, I have actually put links in as well, so that you can see where that information is from. So, no, I don't think that's fair. And others trying to figure out, oh, this is just a big anti-EV rant, and he doesn't want to let go of petrol cars. Well, that's partly true. I'm a petrol head, as a lot of audience on Drive Tribe I assume would be, because they're car people. But that's not entirely accurate. I mean, of course, I lead with that and I talk about that because I think that is the thing that probably sparks up the most emotive aspect of this discussion. But the discussion is more than that. It's more open than that. And I think the real thing that I'm trying to get across, I mean, I mentioned 3 points, and I'm not going to go into that now because I want you to go and read the article. So there's no point me repeating what I'm saying in there. But what I will do is talk about the essence of what I'm trying to say in the article. And that is that, EV is all well and good, electric vehicles, and there is absolutely no doubt that they are part of the solution to this humanity's self-created, near catastrophic disaster of a problem where we have impacted the earth almost beyond repair, and eventually it's going to be a situation where we'll have to find another planet to live long and prosper, to go where anyway, forget all that. We might have to, or we might have to learn how to terraform and find a planet and terraform. Look, this is all science fiction now. I do love science fiction. But yeah, so we are racing headlong into climatic catastrophe. And we're seeing that already, with storms and fires and all kinds of stuff that's been going on. So my issue is that, okay, EVs are probably part of that solution. Transport is globally the biggest cause of total pollution. Somebody said to me, oh, I don't think it's for CO2. I said, no, it's not CO2, it's total. So for example, one interesting factoid is that half of all road pollution, we're not referring to what comes out of the tailpipe, it actually refers to the particulates that come off your brakes and your tires. And that's all bad stuff as well for the environment and for people's health when it comes to the cities. So there's a lot of things. See, this is my concern, is that there's actually a lot that needs to be considered. And people are jumping onto this electric bandwagon, and it's trending, so it's good. So all governments are like, let's jump on that, let's ban everything because electric cars are the way. Apparently that's what we've been told. But it's like, whoa, can we just stop and can we just think about this for a minute? Because, as even people in the car industry are saying, it's like, what if 10, 20 years from now you turn around, governments that is, and say, oops, yeah, that wasn't quite right. We got that a bit wrong. Not so dissimilar to what happened with diesel. Although diesel, actually, I mean, the latest diesel engines, this is the thing. Diesel engines are being banned, and there's Dieselgate, and everybody hates diesels, and diesel sales are falling off the cliff. But the bizarre thing is that the latest generation diesel engine, Euro 6D Temp, I think it's called, not only is the cleanest ever, but actually absorbs particulates from the air that go through it, effectively cleaning the air. And engines in general, combustion engines in general, have become cleaner and more efficient than they've ever been. So that's part of it. There are other things that we need to look at. We need to look at hydrogen fuel cell cars. We need to look at the total transport infrastructure, because that also includes planes, trains, automobiles, ships. Staggering factoid. 15 of the world's largest cargo ships pollute more than and that's total pollution, more than the entire global car park. That's 800 million vehicles. So just 15 of the ships, 15 of the big cargo ships. And you know how many of those large cargo vessels there are? 11,000. Whew, yeah, so that's something that that contextualizes it and puts it into perspective. So it's worth thinking about in those terms. So there's a lot that I mean, have you ever gone onto the air traffic radar thing and looked at the airplanes that are in the sky at any given moment? It's unbelievable. It's like a massive traffic jam up there. So, and then there are other things. There's new technology. There's new ways of looking at things. There's new ways of looking at motive power and transportation that all need to be studied. And I think the main concern is, like, you know, we've just got this one-track mind now. We've just got like, oh, EVs, and it's like, well, have we thought about the implications of every aspect of that, and not only every aspect of switching over to those and to the batteries and all the rest of it and recycling and all the rest of it, but also to the point that we are basically saying that if we want zero emissions by 2050, we want to basically scrap everything and then change everything. That's a lot of production that has to happen. That's a lot of transportation that has to happen. You know, if you're talking globally, hypothetically speaking, if you're talking about replacing 800 million vehicles, wowzers, you know, so, you know, it's almost like, we have created this scenario with the planet through excessive production and consumption. So is the answer to this to create yet more excessive production and consumption? Maybe not, you know. So anyway, there are a lot of things that need, and I think, you know, the idea was really to spark a discussion. That's what seems to have happened. So please go there and get engaged and get involved in the discussion. But I think, you know, it's worth talking about. I think it's worth a case of, you know, yes, EVs are definitely, you know, I'm not anti-EV. They are part of the answer. I'm not a huge fan of them either, but I'm not anti them. But they're one part. I think there's more than just one aspect to this solution, if there is one, and for humanity's sake, we all hope that there is one. Thanks so much for watching. Though didn't necessarily want to end on a dire note like that. So anyway, happy days. I hope you're having a great day. And make sure you are subscribing to my channel. Make sure that you are sharing, following me on all of the social media channels and sharing them with all your friends and telling everybody to follow #BrownCarGuy. And stay tuned, because there's more coming. Thanks.